Hi everyone, this is a review of 3 of the brand new Goose Creek candle wax melt scents that just came out about 2 weeks ago. I did review some of their other new scents as well in in January, but these are the 3 newest. So the first one we have is Melon Picnic, and the notes are top notes of sliced watermelon and sweet sugar, middle notes of light apple and red grapefruit, and base notes of soft citrus and summer sun. I'm not a fan of melon scents, but this scent surprised me. Rather than being watermelon with a grassy floral or fresh air note like I was expecting based on the scent name, this smells like what I can only describe as watermelon cough syrup, but in a good way. I smell the watermelon with a hint of a dirt note, again, in a good way. That kind of makes it smell realistic, as well as a sweet candy note. But there's another note that I can't put my finger on, and I think it's eucalyptus. Oh, and if you haven't seen my reviews before, I don't actually look at the scent notes until after I've done my review. So when I was reviewing this, I had no idea what the scent notes were, so I assumed that that other note that I can't figure out was eucalyptus. And maybe even a smidgen of lemon. In fact, it's the same odd note that's in Sensational's Raspberry Margarita, which I described as raspberry and eucalyptus or medicinal cough syrup, but again, in a good way. And the notes for the Sensational's Raspberry Margarita are raspberries, lemon lime zest, and a hint of wild mint. So this scent is very similar to that, but you just substitute the watermelon for the raspberries. It's a really good, unique scent, although I think it's one that people will either love or hate. Looking at the notes, I don't see anything that would create that eucalyptusy note, and I don't smell grapefruit at all. So it's just, like I said, it's really unusual. Even if you don't like melon scents, you might like this one. The throw was bold, 5 out of 5, scent monster that took over the entire house. So this one's a keeper. Next we have Sugared Doughnut. And the notes are top notes of fried donut and warm sugar, middle notes of fried dough and soft cinnamon swirl, and base notes of sprinkled sugar and warm vanilla. This is a yummy scent that smells like super sweet dough with brown sugar, a tiny bit of cinnamon, and maybe a smidgen of marshmallow and nuts. It has like a smidgen of a perfumey note that makes it smell not totally authentic, but I actually like that note. It's a very nice scent. I believe it's very similar to their brown sugar churros scent, which I no longer have, so I can't compare. Although I recall that one had more cinnamon, and I didn't like it as much as this one. The notes are similar, except the churros notes include caramel, maple, pecan, and brown sugar, none of which this scent includes, even though I do smell brown sugar and a smidgen of nuts. Someone said that it smells a lot like their Goose Creek French toast scent, but I do have that, and comparing them together, they're totally different. The French toast is very rich and buttery with a little bit of a salty note and hardly any cinnamon, if any. So I really, really like this one, even if you don't like bakery scents, because I'm not a super big fan of bakery scents, but I really like this one, and the throw is very strong, 4 out of 5. So it's another keeper. And last we have Sweet Tea. Top notes of are tea leaves and warm honey, middle notes of peach nectar and light rose, base notes of sparkling grapefruit and lemon zest. This might be one of the most authentic lemon scents I've ever smelled, and it's different from every other lemon scent out there. Rather than being a standard sweet lemon, this is the intense, pungent, slightly bitter rind of the lemon, and it smells totally authentic. It has only a hint of sweetness. On cold sniff, I definitely smell the tea as well, but lemon is the main note. However, when melting, I smell the tea first, and the lemon note is not as zesty and intense as it is on cold sniff, and it's actually more like green, like an underripe lemon. It's a great authentic scent. Looking at the notes, I don't smell peach. I don't smell grapefruit. I don't smell rose. Maybe the grapefruit is the bitter citrusy note, or maybe even the rose. I do smell a hint of the honey on cold sniff, but not when melting. I really, really like this scent. It's different, and the throw is strong, like a 3.5 out of 5. So there you have it, the 3 brand new Goose Creek candle wax melt scents. I believe they're also available in candles. If you want to read a text version of this review, just go to waxmeltreviews.com and feel free to join our Facebook group where we discuss all different brands and scents for retail wax melts, no vendor wax. And you can find the link to our Facebook group underneath this review. And you can also find the link to our Facebook group on our website at waxmeltreviews.com. Have a good evening.